Hey, I'm Nikki with Nikki Drafts, and today I'm going to show you how to transfer a dart from waist to the shoulder seam using basic dart manipulation technique called slash and spread method. So to begin today, we're going to be using our single dart bodice block front. This is a size 8 block, and you can go ahead and grab this for free off my website at NikkiDrafts.ca. I have it free for download just for you guys. You can go ahead and grab yourself a copy and draft along with me. Like I said, it is a half scale block, which means it's half the size of a full scale size 8 block. We have a single dart at the waist, and we're going to be moving it up into the shoulder today, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we are going to move our dart from the waist location up into the shoulder like so. So now we have to figure out where we want to put our dart. Now, per our previous illustration here, we're going to go ahead and put the dart into the middle of our shoulder. So to do that, I'm going to measure my shoulder, which is about 2.5 inches for this block, and I'm going to divide it in half, so 1 1/4. Then I want to connect it to my bust point. This is the bust point. This is the apex of the bust, the widest point of the bust, usually around where the nipple is. So I'm going to connect my mid shoulder to my bust point, and all of our darts rotate around the bust point. We always use that as a point of rotation on the front bodice. Then I'm going to connect the dart end of my current waist dart to the bust point as well. So at this point, we're ready to cut this out. So I'm going to go ahead and just bubble cut this out. Just so it's easier to work with, like for slash and spread, and to keep your patterns neat, I like to just do a bubble cut. And I like to bubble cut instead of cutting on the line because I don't want to cut off all my lines, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing later. So now I'm going to go ahead and prep my paper. So I'm going to slash up one of my dart legs and then up to the bust point and then down from the shoulder to the bust point, leaving a hinge of paper at my bust point. It doesn't really matter which dart leg you slash. I prefer the one closest to the side seam for darts that are this big, just so it doesn't peek out past the center front. So I'm going to slash down my shoulder, and again, you want to make sure you're leaving a small hinge of paper. My scissors here are pretty dull. You want to use nice sharp scissors for this. What I'm going to do next is swing that left dart leg over to the right. I'm going to touch them at the waistline to close this dart. So making sure that your paper is swinging nice and neat here. You don't want to pull one down further than the other. Just let the paper lay flat and then tape that down. So now what I've done is I've moved my dart from my waist into my shoulder, and you can see it in the shoulder. So we've moved it up there. So a lot of times when we move the dart, what ends up happening is the seam that we took the dart from ends up being pointy or misshapen. So I'm going to take my French curve and I'm going to go ahead and smooth that seam out at the waist because it's looking a little bit pointy, and we don't want that in our final garment. You want to make sure that the center front stays at 90 degrees and the side seam stays at 90 degrees. It's just a soft upward curve to blend. Before we can even start truing the dart, we have to go ahead and redraw our dart in. So right now we're going to work from the bust point, and we're going to find the middle of our dart opening and the shoulder here. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the distance between my two dart legs. So there we go. I have 2.5 inches. You can use the metric system if that makes you feel better. So 2.5 divided by 2 is 1 1/4. And then I'm going to connect that to my bust point with a straight line. Now, I'm going to move my dart end away from my bust point. You can use the metric system for this. I'm going to be using imperial. I'm going to give you the measurement in full scale. This is a half scale block, but I don't want to get confusing, so I'm going to give all measurements in full scale from here on in. And if you want to draft in half scale along with me, just divide all the measurements I give you in 2. So we're going to move this dart end 1/2 inch up from our bust point along that center line that we just made. There we go. So along that line, and then I'm going to redraw my dart legs, connecting back to my original shoulder points. This is really important so we get a smooth, nice dart over the bust. If we end the dart right at the bust point, it's going to be really pointy. So this creates a better fit in ensuring that we don't have a pointy apex. Now that I've gone ahead and drawn my dart legs in, I can fold across the dart leg closest to my center front, and we're going to be able to find the new opening. So right now we don't have any information in our dart opening, so we have to fold it closed as it would sit when it's sewn in order to get that correct information. So we'll fold one dart leg to the other, but we're going to start by creasing the one closest to the center front. So like this. I like to pinch both ends, like right at the ends, so that I can create a nice straight line, and I fold right across the paper from end to end with a nice crisp fold. After that, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to make a fold right across the dart end, not the bust point, the dart end. So I'm going to fold right across the paper, again, nice and crisp, and I'm going to keep this one folded. So now that it's folded, I can put my finger at the end like a little pivot, and I'm going to close it so that one dart leg is on top of the other one, and I'm going to crease that closed as well. So this is now sitting as it would when we're done sewing, and we can see how the dart's sitting. So we can see that my shoulder is a little bit indented, so I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to straighten that shoulder out with my pencil and just make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to take my tracing wheel and I'm going to end up relining that shoulder. So it looks like I left my tracing wheel at work, so I'm going to show you how you can do this with just a regular pin. So I just have a dressmaker's pin. So after you've redrawn your shoulder line, you're just going to go ahead and poke your pin through the paper, tracing over the line. Try to make this nice and straight. It's obviously a lot easier with tracing wheel. I'll definitely link the tracing wheel in the description so you guys can buy that off Amazon or your local sewing supply store. But you just want to make dots all along the shoulder, but only over the folded section of the shoulder. You don't have to trace over the entire line, just the part where the dart's folded. After you open it back up, when you use your tracing wheel, there'll be some like obvious little dots along where your shoulder intake is now. You can't see mine on camera because I used a pin, so the holes are really tiny. But what I'm doing here is I'm just tracing over those little pinholes that I left for myself. And if you did this correctly, then the new dart intake should peek right over that center fold in that center position of your dart intake. And it should look something like this. From this position, the intake should be pointed upward. And that's how you finish truing a dart and transferring a dart from the waist into the shoulder using the slash and spread method. I hope you guys found this easy, and I hope that you try it out at home. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to transfer a dart from waist to shoulder using the slash and spread method. Like I said earlier in the video, you can find the blocks that I used today as well as some free French curves, all available for download on my website, NikkiDrafts.ca. Please go ahead and let me know what you thought of today's video. Leave me a comment. Tell me what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. I have tons of content planned and coming up, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you never miss any posts. See you guys in the next one.